Coach, pro day today, some special senior leaders trying to get their shot for the NFL. How did they perform?
Well, it'd be interesting to see those scouts. They'll have their times and clocks. Of course, they're going to look at the videotape, but look like they did well. So those guys have been training. Again, I think all those guys will get some degree of a shot, whether it be a late draft or free agent. And then from there, you just got to be a little bit lucky, right place, right time. But I know especially with Larry and Adam, Will, Maddie, those three in particular, those three linemen, they'll have a shot in camp. Again, limited numbers. You got to play multiple spots, special teams. It's going to be a tough deal. But those are three guys, and they'll get a good crack and look like they did really well today.
Made some additions to your staff. Why don't you talk about that a little bit?
Well, yeah, as we kind of were wrapping up the recruiting, and we lost David Kinney, who was working for us in one of our quality control positions, and just to try to get some of these off-the-field positions, the way recruiting's moving, and I'm not exactly sure between now and August what rules really come through with some of this deregulation of recruiting and what guys can do, but we've tried for several years to increase what we're doing off the field in the recruiting jobs, what legally you can do, but getting those guys working in our recruiting infrastructure. Linwood Ferguson is still with us. He's our director of on-campus high school relations and recruiting, whatnot. We've added Charles Boyd still with us in a quality control position that's basically administrative, non-coaching spot. He does help us in some special team breakdown work. He cannot coach, but he'll be working in the recruiting field. We've added two guys. We've added Herb Haygood. Herb was a great player at Michigan State, captain, I think, the 2001 team or 2002. I think it was a few years in the NFL. Has bounced around, was most recently at Miami of Ohio, had worked at a couple of small schools in Michigan. Herb's from Sarasota, Florida, has some great ties in Florida. He's going to basically take Coach Kinney's spot, David Kinney's spot, in that kind of assisting the off-the-field recruiting, and excited to have Herb Haygood with us. The other thing we've done, we lost an administrative position, kind of a clerical spot, and I've kind of reorganized our staff. I've hired a young man by the name of Danny Breyer. Danny was a graduate assistant at Akron, had been a student coach at Illinois, and also at TCU. Danny's from Cincinnati St. Xavier High School, a very, very smart kid. He's basically going to be an administrative assistant kind of to me, helping me manage my day, helping me in my recruiting process, and then working with Linwood Ferguson, with Herb Haygood, Charles Boyd. So we got those four guys, plus the four GAs will manage our own campus recruiting efforts as we go through the recruiting process.
Looks like you got a nice base tan. What'd you do over spring break?
We've kind of for a few years stumbled into a couple places we go in summer and for spring break where me and my wife had just found a spot where it's just us and the kids close to a beach. It was a little cool this year, but nice time just to go to a place where we do nothing, spend a lot of time with the five kids and had a lot of fun. And we also included Grandma in the event as well. So had a great family time. Had our players back at it here on Monday morning. We brought the kids in this morning and we ran them. We lifted them, and we'll get ready for spring practice number 5 tomorrow morning, full pads.
Excited to get back out on the field?
Very much. We kind of challenged our team, thought we ran well today. Excuse me. Thought we ran well today. We don't need to go backwards. We need to pick up where we were. So we'll be full pads tomorrow. We'll knock some rust out of them, do a lot of one-on-one stuff, a lot of fundamental hitting stuff, but build back into a 5-day. We'll go 5 practices scrimmaging on the Thursday before Easter, and then give our guys Easter Saturday off. So we've got 11 days to get 5 practices in.